Okay. Show me.
Hi there guys, welcome back to the DutchCC channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. And this is my second video about the FlySky NV14 NIRVANA transmitter. Yay! This will be a short tip video on modifying this transmitter. If you are interested in this radio, or maybe you already have one, you know that the tension on the sticks of this transmitter is very low tension these sticks have. Apparently the developers of this radio like that. That's okay, but I think it's safe to say that most people like a little more tension in their sticks. Now, in some videos I heard people say, well, you can increase the tension of the springs. That's not, well, not stock. If you take the radio apart, there are a lot of screws at the rear, but it's not difficult to take it apart. You have 3 screws to adjust the tension. However, they are already at their maximum tension if you get this radio. And I've tried flying with this radio with the stock springs and such. Far too little tension, at least for me. So in this video I'll show you a way to increase the tension cheaply. Thank you very much. And I know that Underground FPV will release, or at least they say they will release, a spring set to replace the springs with stiffer springs. The way I'll show you is far easier and I'm not sure if it will be cheaper, but you don't have to wait for that spring set. Yeah, I didn't want to wait for the spring set. It's not even available at this point. But okay, let's take a look in the radio and see what you need to do to increase the tension. Here we go. So here is the guts of our radio. I obviously took the back off of the radio. It is held on by quite a lot of screws, which is just fine. I mean, that provides the rigidity of the radio itself, I guess. Which it makes it feel like a quality product. However, if you screw it back in, you will notice that all screws screw into plastic. So don't overdo it, or otherwise you'll strip out the plastic, and yeah, that's not good, of course. Okay, the stick tension is governed by 3 screws. Over here you've got a screw which governs the tension on your yaw if you fly mode 1, over here. Over here you've got a screw that governs the pitch or the elevator. And over here you've got a screw which governs the tension on the stick of the bank or ailerons. So over here, 3 screws. And they are identical screws. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see but well, here is a screw. This is one of the original screws. This is a M2 10mm long screw with a rather small cap. It is a Phillips head screw, by the way. And what you do, it is really simple. You replace it with screws that are 12mm in length, so 2mm longer, and that's all you need. That'll add quite a lot of tension, and maybe even more than you'd want, but you can back them out a little if you want less tension. I've got them screwed in all the way. I like a lot of tension on my sticks. So again, 3 screws, one over here, one over here, and one over here. And I'm not completely, yeah, I'm sure this screw here will govern your pitch if you fly mode 1. So yeah, okay, and it makes perfect sense. It's the mirror of this screw. So I replace this screw. If you fly mode 1, you'll have to replace this screw over here. If you fly mode 2 like I do, this screw over here does nothing actually. What I also did is screw this screw over here, one of the 2 screws on this silver metal plate. I screwed it in ever so slightly to make my throttle stick a little more stiff. It won't rebounds, of course. There's no spring on that axis, but I like a little more friction. So again, I screwed this screw in 1/8 of a turn. Very, very slightly. But well, obviously you can experiment with that to see what you like. And that is basically it. You'll have to replace 3 screws. And I'm not sure what the total cost of that would be. I had those screws, but it can't be more than a couple of, maybe €1. Well, not really, but okay. So 3 screws and you're set. And screw the radio back together. Oh, by the way, if you take it apart, don't start prying it apart at the bottom, but start prying it apart at the top over here. And you obviously need to be careful with the antenna cable. This is the UFL connector for the antenna cable over here, and there's a ribbon cable over here. But well, be careful not to pull that antenna cable off, obviously. Well, not at an angle. Obviously, if you want clear access like I have here, you do want to remove it, but remove it with a flat screwdriver. Okay, let's not make the video longer than it should be. If you have questions, hit me up a comment down below. Hope this was helpful. Catch you on the next video. Bye bye.